my channel, where we discuss everything and all things politics, economy, and development in Nigeria and around the world. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, speaking through his special advisor on information and strategy, Bayo Onanuga, has questioned the silence of Peter Obi on the landmark judgment by the Supreme Court on the local government areas autonomy. That is what we are going to talk about right away. And if you are new to my channel, you have not yet subscribed to my channel, subscribe to my channel, hit the subscription button, hit the notification bell. When you subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell, anytime I have a new video, you'll be among the first to know. God bless you. Now, in a recent tweet, Bayo Onanuga, speaking for President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, questioned the silence of Peter Obi in acknowledging the landmark judgment of the Supreme Court on local government autonomy. That is what we're going to talk about, and I will show you with proof the hypocrisy of Bola Ahmed Tinubu and the All Progressive Congress in what they expect Peter Obi to do, which they failed to do when they were in the opposition. Now, in a recent tweet, Bayo Onanuga, the Special Advisor on Information and Strategy to President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, questioned the silence of Peter Obi, the presidential candidate of the Labour Party in the 2023 presidential election, regarding the Supreme Court ruling on local government autonomy. Onanuga expressed surprise and disappointment that Obi has not commented on the court's decision to grant financial autonomy to Nigeria's 774 local government areas, despite more than 38 hours having passed since the ruling. So at the time of his tweeting, it had passed 36 hours, and he had been monitoring the presidential candidate of Labour Party, Peter Obi, to see his reaction on the judgment. And he wrote, Bayo Onanuga wrote in his Twitter handle, he said, "Why is Peter Obi silent? More than 38 hours after the Supreme Court gave a landmark ruling granting financial autonomy to Nigeria's 774 local councils, Mr. Peter Obi, the defeated," that's what he put, he said, "the defeated Labour Party candidate has yet to utter a word on the apocal judgment," he tweeted. Onanuga went on to highlight that a good opposition leader, take note of that word, a good opposition leader should be willing to praise their political opponents when they achieve noteworthy successes. He pointed out that even Atiku Abubakar, another prominent opposition figure, has grudgingly admitted the importance of the Supreme Court decision. Bayo Onanuga continues to write. He wrote, "His silence," that will be silence, "confirms the belief that he is always quick to tweet unverified news about Tinubu administration or our country. A good opposition statesman must be candid enough to applaud his political opponents when he has done great deed," Onanuga stated. Continuing, Bayo wrote, "The Tinubu administration has succeeded in giving life back to our emasculated councils using the instrumentality of the law. Even Atiku Abubakar has grudgingly admitted this, but Peter Obi has been silent. He should break his silence and acknowledge that President Bola Tinubu is making a great Nigeria possible. Onanuga concluded his tweet. Now, Onanuga called that a landmark judgment. That's, first of all, he said that the local government has been emasculated for a long time by state governors. Now, when did the APC suddenly wake up from sleep to realize that local governments were being emasculated? The last time I checked, they had more governors, because the governors are alleged to be the one emasculating the local government. They have more governors than any other political party. So it is APC governors that have been emasculating the local government. The APC government, up to today, until the Supreme Court rule, they were the ones, they are governors. They have more governors than any other political party. So they are the ones responsible for the emasculation of the local government. So they have only, what they have done was just to use the system, the courts, to remedy a problem that they created or they have been enjoying. While the PDP created, it has been, this system has been exploited by PDP. But it was over almost 10 years ago that PDP left the scene. The APC came to power. They never wanted to change it until now. Why did they do it now? Some people have pointed to River State. Some people have pointed to other things. And already the verdict is still out there on whether what they did was the right thing. Because go and look at what Afenifere and Professor Denkalo are saying about this, which is an issue that I may address going forward. So it's not as if the judgment has brought El Dorado to the local governments, that he wanted a praise. But that is by the way. But where I want to point out their hypocrisy is when they say that a good opposition leader, a statesman, acknowledges when their opponent did well and praise him. But that was not the thing they did when they were in the opposition. The APC never acknowledged any good thing from the PDP when they were in opposition. In fact, any good thing that the PDP does or did at that time, they always found fault with it. Now, why do they expect Peter Obi to give them accolades? As I'm making this video, I don't know whether Peter Obi has suddenly reacted to him. But whatever may be the case, if Peter Obi did not react or respond, because from all indication, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu wants Peter Obi to acknowledge that he has done well in this one. If Peter Obi refused to acknowledge it, Peter Obi will be paying them back in their own coins, because that was the kind of opposition they did. For starters, you know that it was under President Goodluck Ebele Jonathan with Dr. Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala as the coordinating minister of the economy that Nigeria rebased its GDP, rebased its economy, and brought in the impact of Nollywood and all the other sectors that were not really being added up into Nigeria's accumulated GDP. And Nigeria emerged the largest economy in Africa. Did you know what Bola Ahmed Tinubu and co did? They mocked the People's Democratic Party administration of Goodluck Ebele Jonathan. They said they said when Nigeria's economy was rebased and the country emerged the largest economy in Africa, they said that what happened was a choreographed distraction. They call it a choreographed distraction. when Nigeria's economy was rebased and the country emerged the largest economy in Africa. Tinubu and co, instead of praising PDP administration of Goodluck Ebele Jonathan, they described what happened as a choreographed distraction. Why didn't Tinubu and co praise Jonathan for lifting Nigeria's economy to emerge number one in the continent, beating South Africa, Egypt, Morocco, Namibia, what have you, to emerge the number one economy in Africa? It is that same economy that was taken to number one that the APC administration has now brought down to number 4 economy in Africa. And the economy is now facing its worst state since the existence of Nigeria under the APC. But when this economy was lifted to the height of emerging the best in Africa, the largest in Africa, Bola Ahmed Tinubu did not praise the man and the government that made it possible. And now they want to be praised by Peter Obi because they went to court, and court gave them the verdict, the usual verdict they always get from the court. Does anybody expect Tinubu administration to go to the Supreme Court and not get what he wants? In reality, as if we are to be honest to ourselves, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu wanted the Supreme Court of Nigeria to do something and they will not do it. This Supreme Court that Peter Obi and Atiku Abubakar presented evidence, everything, and they just disregarded what was presented to them about the malpractices in the last election. So you expect Tinubu to take matter to the Supreme Court and he will not get a verdict. So what's the big deal about what he got from the Supreme Court? There is virtually nothing this Supreme Court cannot give him. They can even extend tenure for him. It's possible. So what's the big deal? He went to the courts, a friendly court, and they gave him verdict. So that's what Peter Obi should praise. But when PDP, don't forget that Peter Obi at that time, even though that he was a Afghan governor, was one of the special economic advisors to that administration of the PDP led by Goodluck Ebele Jonathan. So you didn't find it worthy of praise when the economy was doing well. But you want to be praised because you went to court and obtained a ruling. As if anybody expected Tinubu to go to court, this Supreme Court, and not get what you want. He will get it. If he could get it before he became president, how much more as president now? Now again, to show you their hypocrisy, I want to just draw two examples because I don't want to go too much. I've used this rebasing of Nigerian economy, and Nigeria became the biggest economy or the largest economy in Africa. Tinubu and APC failed to praise Jonathan and iweala for the feat they achieved. In 2012, President Goodluck Ebele Jonathan at the time was determined to remove the fuel subsidy. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu knew that it was a good policy. He knew it was the right thing to do. Why did he oppose it? Why was he among those who rallied people across Nigeria to occupy the streets to oppose it? You think that Tinubu suddenly realized in 2023, when he became president, that to remove fuel subsidy was beautiful. He knew it right from 2012, even before 2012, when Jonathan wanted to do it. And they began to attack Jonathan from right, left, and center. Why didn't he act like a statesman opposition leader and said, wait a minute, removing this fuel subsidy will remove corruption in the fuel subsidy regime. He didn't do it. It was when he became president in 2023, he suddenly realized there was corruption in fuel subsidy regime. Who is fooling who? So those of them, Bayo Onanuga and Bola Ahmed Tinubu, who want to be praised for what they did, they must be seen to have done it in the right way and altruistically for them to deserve any praise, not doing it out of selfish interest, out of political interest. No, they don't deserve to be praised. So Peter Obi is right by not acknowledging them in any shape or form. I don't know, maybe by the time you watch this, Peter Obi might have said something, but the fact remains that it is not the business of the opposition to praise the government in power or to praise them when they do anything good. And the Tinubu and the APC know it. They never praised anything that was done by the government in power when they were in government. And I don't blame them for that, but for them to expect people to rise up to the higher moral ground, which they themselves failed to rise up to when they were in opposition, is to ask too much from Peter Obi. Yes, even the bastion of democracy in the world, United States, you can see what, there are some border agreement. There was some border bill that Joe Biden wanted to do that would have helped to ease the border situation in America about immigration. And Joe Biden was having nearly he has gotten a bipartisan approval for that border issue to be addressed. But the leader of the opposition in America and Donald Trump, that's Donald Trump I'm talking about, who is challenging Biden for that position. He rallied the members of the Republican Party in the Congress and said, don't support it. If we support it, it means we are helping Biden to see something to campaign for as a success story. So that's how opposition is. And the APC know it, Bola Ahmed Tinubu know it. That was the policy, that was how they drove Jonathan out of power in 2015. For them to expect the opposition, the real opposition, right now the real opposition in Nigeria is basically Peter Obi and the obedience. I don't expect them to act any different, because already the PDP is in the back pocket of Yeshomike, who has one of his legs in PDP and one of his legs in APC. So it's only Peter Obi. That was why it is also very important for them to hear what Peter Obi will say. At least if Peter Obi praised them, they can go to market with it and say, see, Obi even acknowledged that we did well in this one. So the job of the opposition is not to praise the government in power. It is to ensure that the government in power, especially this type of government now that has failed Nigerians in all indices, in insecurity, in food security, in physical insecurity and food insecurity. The government has failed. Look at the hardship in the country. People can barely eat a square meal, eat 1 meal a day. So it's neither here nor there. There's no basis for them to be praised for anything. So the opposition should work hard, since the government has not performed, to ensure that they are supplanted in 2027. That's the job of the opposition. If really Bayo Onanuga wants to be praised, they should wait for the praise of the Nigerian people by making life easy for them, by improving security, by improving food availability in the country, by reducing the rate of unemployment. All these are things they can do to get the support of the Nigerian public, and not Peter Obi. Peter Obi is not the one to do that. They have to do it by themselves. If they are waiting for Peter Obi to be praising them for every action they took, then it means they didn't understand their own strategy when they applied it to remove Goodluck Jonathan from office in 2015. That's my take on this. Thank you and God bless. And if you are new to my channel, you have not yet subscribed to my channel, please subscribe to my channel. Hit the subscription button, hit the notification bell. When you subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell, anytime I have a new video, you'll be among the first to know. God bless you. And please don't forget to like this video, because when you like it, Google will rank it high and recommend it for more people. Thank you, and God bless you and yours.